Awesome. Alrighty. Hello everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm testing out some new tank ideas, or some new vehicle ideas in Robocraft, and I'd like to share my thoughts with you. See what you think. See if if you like anything I've been doing. Anyway, this here is something I just put together this afternoon, or evening rather. It's got 2 epic level heal guns, 4 epic level disintegrators, basically decently armed, very strong healer. You notice I beefed the heck out of this thing. It takes a lot of hits. I just played a couple AI battles in it, didn't die. That don't mean much, they're AI battles, but I wonder, it'd be interesting to see how it holds up. That's not what I planned for today's video. For today's video, I wanted to add a new bay, go through building your first, maybe not your first, but definitely an entry-level robot. In order to do that, apparently I'm going to have to destroy one of my old bots because I'm running low on blocks. Go figure. As I said in my previous video, I am terrible at the flyers, so maybe I'll take apart my flyer. I'm not really going to get many blocks out of there. This guy is terrible. The only ace in the hole he has is he's got the stealth blob. He can turn invisible. It's kind of cool. Random walker. Another, what I call a walker. It's a spider bot. Pretty decent battle. Pretty good. Which one should I wreck? Well, this is one of the first ones they give you. So maybe I'll take this apart and basically rebuild it. Because that's very much similar to what I'm looking to build. Is your first basic tank. I prefer tracks. I'm going to say go track. I'm just going to forge a few hundred more cubes, just because I like having them on hand. 200 cubes doesn't cost too much to build, so you know what the hell. I've got lots of cube forge powder. So there you go. 200 cost me 2,000. Oh well, life goes on. It's all in the name of fun anyway. Alright, so cube. No, sorry. First thing I always lay down first is my means of moving around. Be it wheels, which there are a buttload of. Tracks, there's not an excessive amount, but they're different. Here's your obviously your mech style legs with the reverse hinge, the backwards ankle, and then you've got your sprinter legs, which are like I call it like the soccer leg. They're fast, they're light, they're maneuverable. They don't always seem to follow the laws of physics. Spider legs, I love them. I think they look cool. You can walk straight up walls. That's handy. Skis, they're good for sliding bots. If you're gonna maybe do like a jet sled, I've never seen one. I don't know if it would work. But they are useful for flyers if you need to land temporarily. Hovers, obviously, do what their name implies. They allow you to float. Big shocker there. A couple epic versions. I think there's a legendary flyer as well. I have most of these legendaries, I think, except for that one. I have a couple of this. I have all of these, but they're currently in tanks or in vehicles right now. Then you've got your thrusters, which are great for pretty much anything. I slap them on almost every vehicle I make. They make you go faster. Big surprise. All the way from the little Loby little dude here all the way up to big thruster cheetah, up to 175 max speed. It makes you go fast. Now that max speed is, I'm assuming if it was just that one alone, because I took a couple of, or 4 Leopard class thrusters, strapped them onto a large wheeled vehicle and put it up to 190 miles an hour. So I'm not sure how fixed they are on those max speeds. Helicopter rotors, self-explanatory, hovering robots. Wings, they got lots and lots of wings and rudders. I'm terrible at these. If somebody wants to help me learn how to use these better, I'm open to it. If somebody knows how to use these better, please comment and let me know. I will not, at this point, be delving too deeply into them. I've even been tempted to just recycle all of my wings to just get more forge dust because I don't use them. Anyway, we are making a tank. So I'm going to start off with what I would consider a very basic tank. We're going to try to keep this around maybe 600-700 CPU flops. So now a lot of people go with a standard 4 pattern for their tanks, and that's great. I find the tank tracks are strong, they're durable. I find I can get away with 3. I know it sounds a little crazy, but you know what? It handles well enough, it drives well enough, and it's not going to make you go any faster having the extra one. Quick side note here. As you may notice, there's a big red line running down my build area. That is the mirror line. I love building with the mirror line. It's pretty self-explanatory. What you build on one side builds on the other. It's great for symmetry. I am, let's say, mildly OCD, and I like symmetry. So here's, just a very simple platform. It's gonna cover your tracks. Maybe we'll go one more up and over. We'll see what we can add to this as we go. Obviously, this is going to be your first tank, so, well, maybe not your first tank, but some approximation thereof. So you're not going to have loads and loads of CPU to use. We're going to use primarily green weapons here. And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to load this up to the point of ridiculousness. I want you to be able to see it, see how it works, and run with it with some pretty basic equipment. That being said, if you do get a chance to get your hands on a laser Leviathan, for some reason when I started, I ended up with a laser Leviathan Carbon 6. Don't know how I got it, I don't remember, but it was like one of the first weapons I got. I stuck it on a tank very similar to the design I'm building here, and I just rolled around in own face, because at level 1, basically, I was cruising around with top tier gun. It was ridiculous. No two ways about it. Okay, so real quick here. Big guns, not a lot of room, right? You can see that you can only really fit 3. This gun's max efficacy, what did I grab here? The top blasters, vaporizers. Their max efficacy is around 5, which is, you want 5. Blasters are a bit smaller. You can want 6 of those. I've run configurations where I've had 5 of those. They fire very fast, and I've literally never run out of energy. That's great if you want to annoy the heck out of people, which is fine. You know, if you're new, you're new. If you're gonna have fun, you're gonna have fun. That's what's important. Enjoy the game. Build what you want to build. Play what you want to play. I would never tell somebody to build something that they're not going to enjoy. Now this game here is let's go with the word interesting. I love it. I enjoy the game. It's a great time. They kind of like to follow the laws of physics. I said kinda because, well, they fudge it sometimes. But that being said, I'm just loading this up with tiny lasers. They're your basic go-to weapon. This here is called redundancy. There's no reason you would need this many guns. But odds are you're going to lose them. They're going to get killed. They're going to get knocked off. So you want to have redundancy built in. You can even do this. Put a couple on the side, right? Like it's pretty cool. If you want to get really creative, you can undermount them. If I built my base structure out a bit further, I'm not gonna no, because that's more of a high-end build. What I will do though, now there's a lot of people that say don't do this. It's not a great idea. If you lose your weapon, you lose. If you lose your mode of transportation, you lose your weapon, and they're not wrong. They're actually completely right. However, being able to sneak onto your vehicle a few extra weapons is never gonna hurt. But, you know, maybe for the time being we won't do that. We'll just build out and stick it on the platform. Sticking your weapon on the track itself, it works. It's good. For a weapon like this, if you can get in the right position, it's terribly effective. However, often with a sniper weapon like this, with the railguns, you will not be able to hit your target. That simply is because the ground in the arena is sloped, and if you're that low to the ground, you won't be able to aim. It doesn't arc, this shot. It's a very straight, very direct shot. Has fantastic zoom, so it's great at letting you find your targets. Now you'll notice here, loadout popped up. That gives you button number 1 pulls up weapon set 1. Number 2 pulls up weapon set 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty obvious. Now, you cannot, and this took me a while to figure out what was going on, you can't assign multiple weapon types. Damn it, I hate when mirroring does this. Multiple types of weapons to the same weapon slot. So I can't have it, so I push button 3 and I can fire all my lasers and my plasma cannons at the same time. Speaking of which, I am gonna pop a couple of plasmas on here just so I can show you basically what a plasma shot looks like. I am not good with plasma cannons. Straight up, I'll say it. I am not good with them. They're aiming a little foreign to me, all that. But that being said, I want to show what I can show. Okay, so here's your basic wedge-shaped tank vehicle. I'm going to take it out of the test area, drive it around, and take a look at it, and then I'll do a quick AI battle. Hopefully this video doesn't end up more than 30 minutes. Yikes. Okay, so here you go. Little low-B ranked vehicle, a couple of targets, shooting at it. Whoa, look at all those lasers go off. It's kind of cool. Plasmas. So you see you get kind of this, the reticle. It shows that it would fire like an arced weapon, and it kind of does. You can zoom in by clicking the other mouse button. The lower rank the weapon, the less the zoom. Sniper weapon zooms like crazy, but huge cooldown on firing. Not going to burn up all your energy. Highly accurate. Not putting a good show out of this right now, but good for picking off parts of your enemy. This little guy is pretty quick. He's pretty nimble. So you can still zero turn. I mean by they kind of follow physics, but they don't. I can still zero turn if I want to, which is great for a tank. Turns real sharp. Not super fast. I'm not going to make this jump. I'm just doing it to show you. I crashed. And buggered. Now, when this happens, you press F. And it fixes you. Took me forever to figure that out. Alright, let's go try a quick AI battle and see how long it takes. Always loading. Always loading. Okay. And it takes us back to here. Go back to the main menu. We're gonna... obviously, games in alpha. Little buggies. So we're at 439 CPU. That puts us at beginner range. It's not even 500. You can build this right off the hop. So we're going to train AI. And we'll see what we get. There is a thought process out there, or a way of thinking, called microbotting, where you build the smallest possible robot, usually consisting of 1, maybe 2 tank tracks. And what do we have here? That looks like a stability nightmare. He's using all rail guns, so it's gonna be a sniper. I don't know. Be interesting. Anyway, see, it kind of ranks you with, or places you in combat with, similarly ranked bots. So you're not going to end up being overwhelmed if you do build a micro, a little guy like this. Oh, the other key aspect to microbotting is a legendary weapon. You basically have to, if you plan on microbotting, have access to some legendary weapons. Now this is why I like this laser array like this. Lasers do very sharp pinpoint damage. So you're not going to explode, area effect, all that sort of stuff. But when you have 12 of them going off at one person, actually I think it's 15? I don't know, whatever. It's like a shotgun effect. It's nuts. So here's the zoom. Bam, I took off a chunk of this guy, one of his wings. Boom, took off another wing. Let's take off his gun. I think he meant to be a flyer, but someone just forgot to teach him how to fly. Anyway, a sniper gun, we usually just slowly disassemble people. Yeah, there ain't nothing left. That little red dot shows you where you're gonna hit. Boom, destroyed them. I don't usually recommend finishing people off like that with the sniper. Soften them up. Switch out to one of your more wide-angle weapons so you don't get tunnel vision and kill yourself. Missing my front track. Notice I go a lot slower. 10 seconds are up. I'm gonna regen, and now we go back into the fray. I guess it'll be time to check out the plasma cannons. Okay, see somebody shooting plasma at me. Some people use plasma to great effect. Not my thing. I just don't see it working out for me. Now maybe if I had a plasma array like my laser array, it would be interesting and I'd be more effective. But I like my lasers. I like it. When I hit one cube, you know what you're getting. You can aim. When you get in close, you can take them apart. Like I can use this like a saw blade and just cut him. Aim for the general area you want to take off and take them apart. How are we doing? We're 14 to 12. I am not doing great personally. At 3 kills, Robo Guy has 8. He must be using a body he's familiar with. Now, I'm going to try to split this guy in the middle here. There you go, I took off his leg. He lost a bunch of weapons. That's what I mean about redundancy. See, I ripped him in half. He lost half his weapons. In this design, you can't rip me in half. The best you can do is start shooting off my weapons on top, which is a great tactic. But because I have so many of them, which one do you aim for first? And one thing, don't ever hesitate to run away in this game. It is okay. If somebody calls you a coward or whatever, then they don't know how to play. Running away is okay. So, tiny laser-based weapon like this, pretty darn effective. Now, you wouldn't think this would work great in higher tier battles, but I'll show you the difference. Once we're done winning here, I have a higher ranked higher tier bot that It doesn't have as many, because obviously that just wouldn't make sense. Oh, good, we just ran into each other. That's fantastic. It just wouldn't make sense. You'd burn through energy too quick. The main concept with these laser weapons like this, I find, is never run out of energy and just cut them apart. Right? I could shoot like this all day. I will literally never run out of energy. And I can just cut them apart. Now, that being said, in the higher ranked battles, these lower little lasers at 2,000 damage a pop, once you start getting into the bots with, you know, the hundreds of thousands of health, it's just too long to kill. So you want to find a bigger one. Now I jumped up 11 kills, I died once, assists 6, didn't heal anybody, didn't use a healer. So there's your basic battle. All in all, I think fairly successful test for a newbie bot. You use a bot like this, rank up, rank up, rank up, rank up. Get your levels up. Get your bigger CPUs. You got 3,000 experience. Just under. For 5 minutes of work. Cannot go wrong with that. Got myself a gold tier box, which is going to have, sometimes they have 6, but 4 new pieces of gear. You get 20 blocks when you get blocks. Sometimes you get groups of 50. All in all, very handy. Now, to what I mean by the higher tier, bigger boys. Here you go. I've got 5 of these upper tier laser cannons and 2 upper tier snipers. This guy is fantastic. We're gonna go do a team deathmatch. Let's see how long this takes. Anyway, Robocraft, great game. I enjoy it. Hopefully other people will join. And we can get this game rolling. Get the devs to keep building new stuff, adding to the game. I'd love for a new arena maybe, but it's still in development, so you know, take that with a grain of salt. The wait times are not always accurate. I find with the deathmatch battles, sometimes your wait times are considerably higher, because instead of waiting for 5 players, you have to wait for 10, and it tries to rank you. So it's got to find a tier that'll fit you in. Once you get over 1,000 CPU, the game changes a little bit. You have access to just much larger variety of weapons. You can start dual wielding some of the bigger cannons. That Leviathan ranked legendary laser uses 300 CPU. So, you know, 300 CPU, a couple hundred for tracks, and building your actual bot. There's your 500. Yeah, so if you're capped at like 600-700, that doesn't leave you a lot of room if you want to start adding bonuses like secondary weapons, tertiary weapons, all that good fun stuff. Now, here we go. So this guy, I've got upgraded weapons, I've got the armor plating, so he's not super dense. Usually I go for a more dense style of robot. I find you tend to live longer. But this was something I wanted to test, and I kind of enjoyed it. Walker with a shotgun. There you go. That's not redneck at all. Oh, yeah, one of the downside to tank tracks, you can't jump. So, geez, that guy is amped up. But in these battles, you don't just rush in. A lot of these guys, they're heavily armored. Here, I want to just weaken him, maybe pick off some of his armor, some of his weapons. He's actually a healer. Oh, there you go. That's what I didn't see, was the flyer. See, in flyers, they fall out of the sky, and then they die. As long as you can knock them out of the sky, they're done for. So here's the same basic concept. I am going to run out of energy, but it took a long time for me to run out of energy. The shotgun guy, he's going to try to sniper the flyer, which is a fantastic technique. You sit there, you pick off his movement, be it rotors or whatever. Ooh, sniper just sniped off my... Look at that. That's the power of a sniper right there. A railgun. It just ripped a hole in the body of my tank here. Let's take off. Oh, look at that. He's got a shield generator. We'll make that kind of a piss off. Nice thing about these laser arrays too is when you kind of spray and pray at these flyers, you're bound to hit something important. These silly flyers. You take off one wing on the wrong side, and they're done for. They can't recover. Ugh, I'm being followed. Sneaky bugger. Now that's one of the problems with the hover. He got me. But all of his armor plating is on the top. In the top of fronts. If I could get underneath him with my low design, my sleek, right? With the giant wall in the back, that's so I could mount my sniper railguns up at the top there. And give me a better angle of fire for sniping. But if you can get under this hover guy, he's dead. He won't have a chance. Because all of his armor plating is up high. Trollish. Ugh, I don't like that dang shield. So anyway, here's what I'm going to just try to get under him. Oh, flipped him up. Probably didn't like that. Ugh, he's got some good weapons. I better run away. And too late, railgun got me. But he didn't last that long once you got under him. I'm not making a great show, probably because I'm too busy talking. Yeah. But 2 kills to 2 deaths. Yeah, that's a great. 2 assists though. You know, play the game to win and to help your team win. Don't play to get your kill count the highest, because what's the point? If you win, you get better loot. If you get the higher score, yeah, you might get a little bit better stuff, but oh man, I am getting brutalized. See, work as a team. He had him going around that way. I snuck around behind him. This guy dropped his shield over there. I'm behind him. Well, that's not good for me. I am in a lot of trouble. I'm on the wrong side of enemy lines. Oh look, he figured that out and he didn't want me underneath him. So now he's sunk to the ground. With the hover design, you can adjust your hover height, obviously. Kind of makes sense. You spin the blades faster, you go higher, slow them down. Boom, you're dead. Boom. Oh man. Trying to run away, but you can't. You can't, you won't, and you don't stop. Just picking off his weapons. That's another nice thing with these higher tier lasers, is they're more accurate. And I can just sit there and pick off his weapons. A lot of people don't take the time to aim. They think a body head is as good a hit as an enemy. I don't particularly agree with that, but you know, it's your game. Oh, stupid shot. Good shot. You know, the trick is aim for something important. That's what they keep doing. They keep trying to take off my weapons. But now look at that. He's still in his shielded mode. I'm able to basically pick him off. Oh, I just suicide ran that. That was a bad idea. But I'm still alive. Honestly, one of the best ways to survive in this game is to realize so many other people out there are so bad at it. not my best showing. 4 kills, 2 deaths, 6 assists. Still, decent score. We'll see what kind of box I got, and we'll go from there. Oh, almost got to level 68. So look at that. 5,000 experience. Gold tier box. Fantastic. Look at that. 6 items of loot. Another new weapon. More cubes. And ultimately a lot of this stuff is just turning into factory fodder, recycle fodder for me, which is fine. You know, we can't all be uber armed. Let's see, this was one of my original lobbies. I dropped a Tesla thing on the front of him. Kind of a bitch move. I put some hover blades in him. I thought it'd make him move faster. It just makes him handle weird. He can strafe. He's a tank that can strafe. But he also has the carbon 6 Leviathan weapon on him that just does ungodly damage. So yeah, this guy's kind of fun. I think I have a friend request. Nether Great Dude. Sure, why not? As I said, if you ever want to add me, my handle is, let's see, I don't even know if I can pull up my account. My ID, I don't know. Anyway, it's Nature Called. I'll make that the name of the channel. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. And I'll probably make another one soon.